In the energy quadrant, taking a look at the June crude oil futures contract, which had its range tighten very recently. The price range has gone from about 25% at the wide end of the range in early March down to about 16.5% from high to low recently, and even tighter than that recently. Despite this, since March 14th, crude is only down about 1.75%. It really hasn't moved much. So this is showing again that volatility within ranges as the price compresses. You're not really seeing any direction out of crude oil. You're just seeing the range tighten and this sort of consolidation pattern that crude often goes into while the market itself is trying to figure out whether supply or demand structures are in charge of the price action. Today we were up 3.19% on the high at 101.68. We pulled back a little bit from that to finish the day right around 3% higher. But on the downside, we were down 1.52% at 96.07 versus a settlement yesterday of 98.54. Now, volume and open interest was really interesting yesterday. Obviously, yesterday was a weak day in crude oil, and we saw volume jump, but open interest only fell by 1,200 contracts. You relate that to the rally we're seeing today. It will be interesting to look at that confirmed data tomorrow, because over time, when you see volume spikes on a big move, but you don't see big open interest changes, that doesn't really indicate people covering positions. It indicates newer positions kind of offsetting the positions that have been covered. Not something that you can trade off of necessarily. It's not a trading strategy, but it's very interesting to look at when you see big moves where you don't have an open interest change despite a volume spike. Now, also, the U.S. has increased its shipments of crude oil to Europe. So that might be leading to more and more lack of Russian crude oil, lack of Russian energy products in general, because obviously LNG to Europe has increased as well. Tankers delivering U.S. crude oil have doubled in size in the past couple of shipments, from 1 million barrel tankers to 2 million barrel tankers, and they hit a record moving average high of 1.4 million barrels a day from February to April, according to Vortexa data. So the U.S. is definitely increasing shipments to the EU, and that's likely helping to ease some of those supply constraints.